What is up, fam? Doing our next video on answering questions that Jesus asked during his ministry and how we would ask them. And I think that I kind of think like when someone asks you a question, like you can watch a YouTube video or something or watch someone else being asked a question, and in your head, you can answer that question like, oh, I would answer this. And I think it's easy when you're watching something on your phone or whatever, and or you're in a group and someone else is being asked something, but when you're on the spot, I think it would be hard to answer some of these questions, um, especially if Jesus asked them. And maybe that is my own weakness because Jesus is the most loving, caring person and wants more for me than probably even I want for myself. And I should never be concerned or anything about a question that he would ask because it's out of love, But I think still like when you're in that spotlight, I guess I think it would be a little nerve wracking. Anyway, and it shouldn't be. And I probably that probably shows where I need to get some work done in my personal life, but I don't know. We're going to John 67. 667. In this, a lot of his disciples stopped following Jesus, and Jesus turned to the ones that were still there. And 667. And then Jesus said unto the 12, will ye also go away? Will ye also go away? A lot of people stop following Jesus. Jesus is asking his apostles, he's asking the people who are still with them if they are going to go away also. Yes, it's powerful. The scriptures, what Peter says, but what would you say if Jesus said this? If the masses were leaving, if most people were leaving, if it wasn't cool to follow Jesus, if it wasn't popular and everyone was leaving, and maybe some of those people, I don't know, I'm making stuff up now, but it sounds like crowds are leaving Jesus and they're not following him anymore. And I can almost see the crowds looking back being like, hey, you guys coming? You gonna follow us? Are you staying there? And I can just feel that like judgment, and maybe it wasn't like that, or maybe I'm making stuff up, but that's kind of how I picture it. And then you're with Jesus, a whole bunch of people are leaving Jesus, you're still there, and maybe you're thinking about it like, well, should I leave? Everyone else is leaving, like the whole crowd is leaving. What am I going to do? And obviously, when Jesus asks, will you go away? Will ye also go away? And I like that word also, because it's like, are you going to do what everyone else is doing? Or are you following me? Will you go away? Obviously, I hope my answer is no. I'm staying. I'm following. I'm not following a lot of people who are uneducated, unsure about following Jesus, and they don't know, so they're leaving. No, I know. I'm going to follow Jesus. I have that knowledge. I'm going to follow him. I'm going to follow him who gives me light, who gives me strength, who gives me grace and mercy and love, and I'm going to follow him. Everyone else can walk away. I'm going to follow Jesus. And I hope that's what I would say. I hope I would have been one of the 12 who stayed. I hope I would have stayed. And even if the 12 stayed and I was the last one, I hope I would have said, no, I'm going to stay.